All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, today's pod is all about, literally, is all about, showing up and really doing the work and putting things out there. So, maybe as a digital coach, you've been wondering, uh, in the work that you've been doing, maybe for a couple of months, maybe possibly for a couple of years now, that it's not giving you as much, as they say, bang for your buck, right? So maybe you're wondering, okay, should I be doing this? Should I be putting more work out there? The simple answer is yes. So, this pod is a classic example. I've been creating these videos now, literally closer and closer to 300 days. And in essence, basically moving closer and closer to having been doing this now for a entire year, literally day on day. And, it's moments like this that also remind me that, you know, should one stop? Uh, when does one stop? Or on the other hand, what if you just keep showing up and you keep doing the work? So, for me, I've been very fortunate, very blessed to have mentors, both people who know me and people who haven't ever met me yet, right? So one of them is Seth Godin, and this is something I heard him say maybe several months or maybe about a year ago. Uh, I mean, he's obviously said this a long time ago, but when I came across this information, it really stood out for me. And what he said was that at this point, it's probably been more than 25 years. But when when the recording had been done of his interview, he basically said that he created blogs. He wrote blogs every single day for more than 20 years. Literally, he just showed up every day and he wrote a blog. And that idea was so simple and so specific. And in that, it was so powerful. That idea just took shape for me, right? And literally, grew roots. And now we're in the process of building out a forest. And I can definitely tell you this, that especially as a digital coach, a digital creator, it is so important to, for you to be able to hear your own voice, to be able to truly understand who you are and why you're doing what you're doing, because that is what will keep you going, especially at times when you're wondering, you know, um, is what I'm doing useful enough? Is it making enough of an impact? Because, there will be seasons, there will be moments where you're wondering, I mean, is it drawing enough people in? Is it connecting deep enough with your audience? You will have those moments, as have I. And the important thing is to just keep showing up and, more importantly, to keep creating. So, in fact, interestingly, just before I got ready to record this pod, I was watching a very interesting video on AI and creation, and in fact, this creator's name is Austin McConnell. And I remember several years ago, I had watched one of his videos on doing a doing a workshop, uh, which was initially supposed to be for many people, which eventually became just him. And I think his wife was sitting in on it, but basically, she was kind of like playing the role of videographer. And at the time of, obviously, when he recorded it, nobody saw it, but he still, showed up. He did the workshop. I think it was a 3-hour workshop. And of course, because he had recorded it and being a creator, he put it all together and he uploaded it. Today, at this point, that video has more than 5 million views. Right now, keep in mind that he is somebody who created this more than a decade ago. So simple, the simple lesson, and that's why the I won't call it clickbait, but definitely the title was designed on purpose, which is the science of putting things out there, right? And what is the science of putting things out there? It is literally the art, which means when you decide that you want to grow your art, you want to hone your skill, you just keep showing up and you just keep putting your content out there, because there will be days where it really is amazing and it really connects. There will be days where it feels kind of like, why am I even doing this? But the point is that you're showing up and you are creating. That is what makes all the difference. So, especially as a digital creator, as a digital coach, more importantly, because remember, creating digitally is one part of what we do, and the coaching, the healing that we do for our clients, that is really the core essence of what we're doing. But obviously, creating content, putting the word out there, making sure that when people come looking for us, we have content that we can share with them. That also is equally important. In fact, today when I was chatting with a friend of mine about the audio hypnosis, audio trances that I've created, I was just mentioning that I had this idea of creating what is now available on YouTube many years ago. The idea was there, but there was no execution, right? But uh, obviously, I didn't give up, and now I got to this point in my life where I've been now creating content pretty much literally every single day. In that flow, one of the days I created the audio trance, and I produced it. I put the video elements in it, and then I uploaded. And this is how things happen when you, and of course when you have the advantage of hindsight, which means 6 months later, 1 year later, 3 years later, when you are reflecting on all of the changes in your journey, this is when you realize that I'm so glad that I started today. So especially as a digital coach, if you are somebody who's already invested in your trade, in what you do, and this is including obviously focusing on the 5 streams of life. What are these 5 streams? Health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, and purpose. And so in the work that you do, maybe you've been certifying yourself so that you can uh, you know develop skill, and probably even certifications along the way, so that you can deliver on one of these areas, or maybe a combination. So you've done all of that, and now you're at the point where you realize that, okay, especially post COVID, that okay, the only real powerful way going forward is through going online. And now you've sort of like um, knowingly, unknowingly, you are a digital coach. So you've invested a lot of your time and your money in learning tools, technology, and also working with mentors. Having done all of that, when you look at your bank balance and you're like, something's not adding up, this is where you have the opportunity to really, make that decision right now, saying, okay, I've done a lot, but there's still something missing. And that is simply because you've missed one part, which is you, right? So why am I saying that? Because I myself have been on this journey. And when you start actually doing your self work, your inner work, that is when things start to shift. So rather than focusing on your negative self beliefs, when you start to focus on building positive self beliefs, you will actually start to see a difference. So, if you are right now in that space where you realize that there is work to be done, but you don't know how to do it, right? You don't know how do you actually do the inner work. One thing I can tell you is that definitely something that has worked for me, that is something that I can share with you, which is using the power of hypnosis and self hypnosis for you to be able to make that shift in your life. And I've actually created a workshop. It's called Mera Number Kab Aayega. This happens on Sunday at 11 a.m. So you're welcome to come and attend and see for yourself that, can self hypnosis actually help you on this journey. So it is a paid workshop. So definitely reach out if you're not able to find the link. in the description. And I look forward to seeing you there live. And of course, if you connect with this medium of self hypnosis, and if you're willing to learn more so that you can go deeper in your journey, definitely reach out and I'll share with you, even during the course of the workshop, how you can continue on this journey. So, with that, of course, I will now wrap this pod. I will be back, obviously, with more. I record these pods pretty much. It is available on Facebook every day, live, and of course, you get to watch this here as a pod on YouTube, the podcast, and of course on YouTube Music as well. So definitely look out for these ways in which you can access um, the content. And before I go, just one thing to remember, of course, is that, if I can help you in any way on your journey, just definitely reach out and let me know. And of course, as always, remember to live with purpose. So I will see you in the next one. Have an amazing day ahead, week ahead, and take care. See you in the next one.